Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another TCG day, my weekly play series, specifically, where I go every week to go play card games. I've been into Flesh and Blood. That's the game I'm starting with, but this week I went to Pastimes in Niles to go play in their weekly armor event doing Classic Constructed, and today's emphasis is I guess trying, or let's just say with the phrase, where there's a will, there's a way. Try to go play your card game weekly at whatever store you can. And the reason that's today's topic is because I was not able to go to Good Games yesterday on Thursday. Good Games is my local store that I'm going to go play Flesh and Blood. And I was not able to go last week yesterday on Thursday just because I had other commitments and they were too important. I couldn't sacrifice them. And almost did not go play card games this week. But I felt bad. I felt bad for two reasons. I felt bad for myself because I was letting myself down. I said I would go and I would make it a habit. And I felt bad for you guys because I just started the series and I did not want to just be like, I'm going to miss the second week of my series. And, this is supposed to be a journey that we do together. And I did not want to just leave you guys like that. Again, it's okay to miss a week. It's okay to miss 2 weeks. But when you miss a week, it becomes harder to go. So, again, just wanted to emphasize, when there's a will, there's a way. If you want to go. Find a way to do it. If you can't go a day, maybe see what other stores in your area are running events for the game that you're playing. Pastimes, I'm lucky that Pastimes was today on Friday. But again, where there's a will, there's a way. Find another way to go. These are large communities, sometimes not even just to one store. So again, if you guys want to play card games, make sure to go every week. I'll see you guys when I get home. We're going to go over how my games went and we're going to open up my packs. So I'll see you guys.
Going to go over my games of the day. 3 games, and first game was against a guy named Henry. Nice guy, very, very nice. Again, when you go to these, you're new, let's say either it's your first time going, tell them it's your first time going. Whoever your opponent is, whoever the organizer is, for sure tell the organizer, hey, it's my first time playing. They'll ask you about, to know kind of what your understanding of the game is at, and let your opponent know it's your first time playing. Everyone that I played against, well, the first two, the second one I didn't have any issues, but everyone else, the first 2 people I was playing against that I was absolutely, getting demolished by, they pointed out things. They're like, you might want to do this. You might want to do this. Hey, this attack, it's known for having extra things attached to it, or, you might want to pay attention to this so you don't get burned by it that bad, or maybe doing some things just in the game, that small things that for people who play all the time they might know to react to, or respond to. And I told them, hey, it's not my first armor event. I've done drafts, but this is my first time playing Classic Constructed. So I was like, thank you for being patient with me. Help me out with anything that I might need. And first match with Henry, I don't even know what hero he was playing. He wasn't playing a legal hero for the Classic Constructed format. I'm a new player. I don't care. I was like, I don't care, man. Just whatever you want to play, it's fine. This is a casual thing. Let's just have fun. I got pretty destroyed. A lot of it is really in piloting my decks. I felt like my deck was inefficient. This can apply to all of them, so I'll just kind of explain top level. It really is just learning to pilot this deck. Any game that you're playing seriously where you're not doing drafts and stuff, you really got to know your deck. And of course, the only way to know my deck is to play the deck. So things didn't go so well. Ended up getting losing pretty bad. I think I got him to half health only because he took a big hit, because he was just gonna destroy me in the next turn. He played a Guardian hero. Flesh and Blood, they do very big attacks, big swings, so I was able to strip him from cards and strip him from some of his armor and stuff, but he only needs 2 cards to do devastating attacks, attacking for 10, 12 and stuff like that. And I felt like I wasn't doing big enough attacks every turn with this. So kind of a bummer, but it's okay. Then my second match, again, I've lost against Henry. I lost every match. Second match was against a guy named Yasso. Great guy. He was really, really nice. He was helping me a lot with things. His deck was a little bit more complicated. So he was playing a new, I think a Mystic Assassin or something like that. And he was explaining every card. He was like, okay, I'm doing this card. This is what it does. It creates this other card. This is what that card does. Or like, this is how this effect works. Or like, hey, I'm attacking with this. So if I do this, I'm gonna do that, and this is how it's gonna chain, and things are gonna affect you. And very, very nice. I liked playing against him. His deck was just banishing all my cards from my graveyard and my deck from my hand. It was just banishing all of my cards, and he was healing like crazy. I think he ended the game with like 50 plus health. I was like, you're gonna double your health by the time I'm dead. Very, very crazy. There's a card called Count Your Blessings, which is like the more you play them, the more you heal. And he was running all 6 of them that he could. So yeah, he was just like healing insane amounts of things. Very, very crazy card. But again, it's like learning all these heroes. There's so many cards out there. So I'm like learning cards, learning what to look out for, being like, oh, that card seems like I should pay attention to. That card is one thing. Okay, I saw it once, and then when I saw it again, because there's duplicates of the cards, I'm like, okay, I know that card really, really fucks me up. Didn't help at the time or today, because again, I'm still learning. And then third game was against a guy named Alex, also a nice guy. He was a bit more reserved, but that's fine. His deck was a lot less complicated. He was playing Ira, which is a ninja hero. So I know the ninja hero. It's probably one of the simplest heroes out of Flesh and Blood. Nothing too crazy about her. Her hero ability was also the least complicated for sure. It's just second attack gets +1 damage. Pretty simple. It was a bit competitive at first, but then it was like almost fatiguing. Like he was fatiguing me where he was lasting longer than me. His deck was a lot thicker than mine, and then my deck was getting really low. I also spent a lot of time, I felt like I spent a lot of time taking my turns. I was always the last match that everyone was waiting for. Made me feel a little bit bad, because I was like, I don't feel like I'm going too slow, but I guess I am. But I really had to look at my cards and be like, okay, if I do this and this, because again, I don't really know the plays. I know some plays, but with different heroes, Azale is a very, you really have to know what to do in response to your opponent and how it affects your opponent the most. Like I can't attack every hero the same way. I need to know what arrows to shoot at them, what debuffs to give them, what is going to be threatening to them, because some debuffs for some heroes are more powerful than against other heroes. So stuff like that is very, 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 very tough. But it was getting a little close, but then he also had Count Your Blessings, so he was just healing up. Like once he started getting them all, he started healing up like crazy, and I was like, well, my deck is almost done. I'm out of arrows. I know what arrows I have left in there, and they're not a lot. They're not good. So I ended up calling it. I basically conceded all of them for just the interest of time, because I was like, unless I'm basically giving you my whole hand and I'm not doing anything anymore, I'm just blocking and I'm just gonna run out of cards. So interest of time, just ended it. I'm okay just bashing my head in, into a wall to learn this game, especially on my first day. I didn't use my equipment as well as I should have. Just like so many things I did wrong, but I see it as a learning experience. And again, this is kind of the point of me going every week. It is intimidating. You're not going to be good at something unless you play, there are, depending on what game you're playing, Magic the Gathering has apps and stuff, Magic the Gathering Arena, where you can play online, and that is, a valid way to play and learn the game. I'm more of playing in the Flesh and Blood, so I think I'm going to reserve my playing for going in person and slowly get better, but I think that's fine. I think as long as I go in, keep my head up, go in and know that I'm going to learn, I'll be okay. Flesh and Blood, definitely one of the harder games to get into, but again, if you just want to keep it casual, just go to drafts. There's nothing wrong with just playing drafts, not making a good deck. You can maybe buy a good deck. When I went to Good Games last week, there was plenty of people who were like, hey, if you need some like of the better cards, the more expensive cards, like I'll let you borrow them, just get your deck stronger. And same thing with Pastimes. The event organizer, Eric, he was like, hey, if you like want, like I have a pre-built Azalea deck where I have cards from, you know, a set that's really good that you can borrow and like use in your next week when you play. And I think that's kind of a thing where Flesh and Blood players know, or at least communities know. Again, they want you to keep coming in, so they'll always try and help you out. I appreciate it. I appreciate that they're offering this. I think there's, I don't know yet, but maybe there's a misunderstanding where maybe people think like, hey, if he has a better deck, you know, he might win and he might do better. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I need to learn the cards. I need to learn cards. There's so many things I need to learn before I start playing with decks that are just stronger. Like it's like if I'm learning to drive and they're like, hey, if I give you a electric vehicle that goes like 0 to like a sports car or something, you know, like you'll do better, like you'll learn to drive better. Like maybe that's the case, but I don't like, yeah, sure, I'll maybe go further in the race, but I need to learn how to steer. Like I need to know the rules of the road first. And that's kind of like how I feel. And that's why very nice of them to offer to, you know, let me borrow a deck, let me borrow cards from everyone at Good Games and Pastimes. I think it's nice to offer, but I need to learn. I need to learn to pilot this deck. I need to learn to play like against other heroes. Like there's so many other things that I have to worry about first before I have to worry about getting a $1,000 deck. And yeah, maybe it will help. Who knows? Maybe I will take them up on the offer. Maybe you're different. Maybe someone offers you a Magic the Gathering or a Pokemon deck, and you know, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, right? But I don't think it's going to change the outcome. I think I'm still going to do bad, and I'm still going to struggle against figuring out what things do. But again, repetition, you know, breeds success, I guess. I don't know if that's a saying or not, but that's basically how my games went. Let's go ahead and open my packs. Let's do a little bit of pack opening, because that's always the exciting part. I feel like you can always get home and open packs and, you know, cheer up if you ever do bad. This is your reward, and it doesn't matter if you win or lose, you still get a reward. Okay, so of course we have the gem pack, and then we have 3 Rosetta packs. Again, my store or Pastimes, just like Good Games, lets you pick what kind of packs you have, or you want to get Hunted. The newest set for Flesh and Blood is sold out. Would have loved to get that, but oh well. Rosetta is the set before Hunted, so why not? And then, you know, they have Outsiders, the one that would actually really help with Azalea. But again, let's go ahead and open them up. Let's start with the gem pack. And again, I hope your games go well. Again, the one thing I do want to just stress is go to your events. Go to your events every week. It gets harder and harder the less you go, you know, like if you miss a week, going to the second week is going to be a lot harder. So try and go every week, make it a habit. I couldn't go to Good Games, but I made the commitment and I felt like, hey, I'm going to try and make it work. So what I did is I went to see what events were running other days that I was available to go. So glad I was able to go to Pastimes store. And again, I even let them know. I was like, hey, I usually go to Good Games, but I missed, and I really wanted to play. And they were like, oh, cool. These are big communities. They know each other. They're like, oh yeah, I know people over Good Games, or some of them go to Good Games. And they were like, oh yeah, I go to Good Games. And I was like, okay, cool. So like maybe you'll see people. Like there's big communities. The event organizers will probably know each other. Maybe for bigger games like Magic the Gathering, where every store runs it, they don't all know each other. But for smaller games, Disney Lorcana, probably Pokemon, they might know each other. Ooh, March of Loyalty. So we got March of Loyalty, extended art. I mean, all of these are extended art. If you created a fealty token this turn, this gets go again. It's pretty cool. And a foil, pick up the point. When this attacks, you may retrieve a dagger from your graveyard, go again. Pay 1 to equip it. I think this card is actually a pretty good card. A lot of assassins and ninjas. I think specifically assassins will be throwing knives and destroying them, so they'll be in your graveyard. So pick up the point, you can attack, as well as letting you get back that dagger. Really good. And then again, oh look, you get the Emperor, I believe. I forget what the Emperor is called. Dromai? No, I don't think that's his name. I don't know what his name is. The Emperor, and then we got a Zuri on the back too. Or I think that's a Zuri. I don't actually know. Okay, let's go into Rosetta. So this one, I drafted Rosetta last week, so I know a good amount of the cards in this set. Oh, look at that. Tokens, Rune Chance in the back. Trip, Delight, Fantastic. Harvest Season. Glittering Charge. Now I don't really have much interest in Rosetta just in terms of the heroes in there. I think Aurora's here, so there's lots of like high value cards because Aurora's the hotness right now. But you know, we'll see. Sigil of Forethought, pretty good. 2 heroes got Living Legend recently, Living Legend status in Flesh and Blood. So new heroes have kind of, you know, risen up. Aurora was already pretty good, but she's definitely gone up in, like, I don't know, hierarchy. Etchings of Arcana, this one's cool. I always like the art on this one. Oath of the Arcanite, classic card. Arcane Twining. Deadwood Dirge. Old Focus Wizard Equipment Arms. Pretty cool looking. Earth Form. This is like a tree person. Or the earth form of a regular person. Splintering Deadwood, that's the rare. Got the foil, Arcane Polarity, that one's cool, rare. Look at that. I like when there's a lot of art assets that will get really cool foiling. And then Aurora, the hotness. With Lucilli on the back. Okay, cool pack. I like this Arcane Polarity, that one's cool. Keep that one out for now. But yeah, I hope you guys' game night, TCG day, your own personal TCG day went well. Again, I hope this is something where you guys can join me on this journey as we go every week together. So if you guys want, like, in the comments, just maybe give me a quick recap of how your games went. I would say give me how many games you won. You know, give me your, what would it be, your win-loss for the week. If you lost all of them, that's fine. Again, I lost all of them. Every Classic Constructed I go to, I'm probably going to lose all of them for the foreseeable future. So it's going to be very exciting when I finally win, if I ever win. But you know, I will win. It will come at some point. Okay, and then also tell me, I don't know, a small story. Maybe someone who was nice to you, or something interesting that happened during your game time there. You know, I don't know. Maybe you made a new friend. You know, just tell me something like that. So 2 things: your win-loss ratio, and then something nice that happened to you. Or any good pulls too. Any good pulls. If you get any good pulls in your packs, let me know. That'd be really cool to see. Second Strike. Strength of 4 Seasons. This one's also really cool. You can see Strength of 4 Seasons and then all 4 seasons. Very cool. Trip Delight, Fantastic. Brush Off. This one's a cool card. Autumn's Touch. Trailblazing Aether. This one's cool looking. Imagine this one in foil. Hocus Pocus. Open the Floodgates. This one's also really cool looking. Great art. This is what I love about Flesh and Blood, is the amazing art. Etchings of Arcana. We've seen that one. Twinkle Toes. Pop the Bubble. That's a rare. Sigil of Sanctuary. Arcane Shelter 1. It's an instant aura. Ooh, Current Funnel. Ooh, and it's a foil. This is actually a good card. It's a majestic and foil. So that's a really good hit. But this card is very good in Aurora, if I believe. It might be in the Armory deck, but it's if the last action card you played this turn was Lightning, this and the next action card you play this turn gets Go again. So very cool way to just chain a bunch of cool cards together. Majestic foil, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. And Starfall and Cracked Bauble. Oh, look at that. This one's cool. Look at these I mean, this one's just a common, but that one's just cool looking. But this one, majestic foil, good hit. See, if you get anything cool like this is what I want to know about. Okay. Let's do our final pack. Last one was a lot easier to open. Maybe I'm weak. I'm weak. We get our token. Heaven's Claw. I like this art as well. This one in foil, which I've seen, is really cool. I think I might have this one in foil. It's a cool foil card. Harvest Season. Second Strike. Cadaverous Talon. Glittering Charge. Hit the High Notes. I always think Hit the High Notes is a great name for a card. And especially with the person just singing. I guess, you know, you're chanting. Trailblazing Aether. Arcanic Spike. Photon Splicing. Meet and Greet. Bruised Leather. Pop the Bubble. I think that was one of the rares we got in this other pack, right? Am I wrong in that? Could be wrong. Summer's Fall. It's a cool rare. It's a cool looking rare too. And Harvest Season. This one's also cool. Look at that. That's cool. I like that one. It's an aura. Go again at the beginning of your action phase. Destroy this thing. Gain 1 health. It's a common. I think it's because it's a blue. It's probably not too good. That's a. You got to pay 1. Go again. I guess it just gives you 1 health. I don't know if that's any good, but then we got. Oh, we got 2 sanctuary. Oh, 2 sanctuaries. These are just the macros that you start in draft. Oh, a ponder token. Don't actually have one of these. But pretty cool pulls. I mean, this current funnel is definitely a good pull. Majestic Foil. I mean, if you want to think about it, maybe worth some money. Maybe I don't know, maybe not, but might be worth some money. I'm not gonna sell it, but it's very cool. Okay, and that's it. That is all 3 of my packs plus the gem pack, so 4 packs total. I believe that's about what we ended up with. Isn't that how many I had last time, right? How many packs did I get last time? Didn't I just get 2 hunted? I only won 1. Am I wrong? I don't remember. This is a week ago and I already forgot. But I think I got about the same packs, or if not more packs this week. Paid less, suffered more, if you want to think about it like that. But either way, I think I'm very happy. These are opening packs is always a cool way to just like end a good day of going out to play. So this is your reward. This is how you treat yourself. I mean, maybe you treat yourself to food. I treat myself to some Burger King, but good way. I can't wait to go again next week. I'm not going to go to Pastimes, of course. That was so far away from me. That's like so far. It's not even in Chicago, so very big drive. But again, when there's a will, there's a way. I made it happen, okay? And you can too. So again, if you can't make it a week and you absolutely cannot make it a week, it's fine. But try your best to go. It's going to be so worth it. You're going to feel so good afterwards. Even if you lose like me and bash your head into, players who are way better than you. But again, they're all really nice, so I have nothing against them. They're great players and it's fun. I hope to learn more from them. I hope to get to their level. Let's just say that. I would love to get to their level and just like throw cards at each other. Not literally, but you know what I mean. So again, hope your guys' week went well with whatever game you're playing. Again, let me know what game you're playing. Let me know your win-loss record, and let me know any cool pulls. Oh, and tell me one good thing that happened there. I know it's a lot, but pick and choose what you want to tell me. Let's go on this journey together. I'll see you guys next week. I will go for more Flesh and Blood. I'm gonna stick with Flesh and Blood for a little bit. I do really want to play Star Wars, so at some point we're gonna maybe not switch every week to Star Wars, but definitely do like a draft or something like that. It's harder to build a deck for that. They don't sell armory decks like they do Flesh and Blood, but maybe I will. Who knows? I'd have to invest some money into it, so I don't know. We'll see. Just definitely, I'll see you guys next week. This time on Friday, not Saturday. But again, make it happen. Make it happen. If I can make it happen, I know you can too. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time.